Hey everybody, what's up? It is Doug and welcome to another edition of Spooky Villages. And we are talking accessories today. Yes, two accessories came out this year, one from Lemax and one from Department 56. And I really believe that both of them are some of the best that you can get. And I think historically they're going to go down as two very collectible pieces once they're retired. So I'm going to talk about both of those pieces, show them off here. And then at the end of this video, I actually went to my Patreon group and I asked some of them what their favorite accessories were and for some pictures of them. So I'm going to show those off at the end. Pieces, their descriptions, and pictures of them in their village displays. So we'll get to that in a moment. Let's talk about the pieces. First up, guys, the Department 56 Frankenstein's water tower. I'm so happy to have this. So, you know, this year, if you watch the preview videos with Village Idiots, I was not very enthused with the Department 56 offerings this year as far as the buildings go, but I thought that accessory-wise, they had the accessory I was most excited to get my hands on, and it's this right here. And hey, shout out to Ryan at Haunters Nation. He's an awesome Department 56 dealer. It's where I got this from. He also sells Lemax. I will put a link to him below here, his Facebook group. He's a great dealer. I know he's been under stress this year with all the crazy supply issues, so shout out to Ryan. Got the piece from him. Ryan was actually on the Lemax 2021 announcement video where we went over all the releases when those came out back in like February, I think. He was on that Village Idiots podcast. Good dude, I recommend him. He's an awesome dealer. So I'll put his link below here. All right, so into the piece, we're going to start with this one. Department 56 is standard box here. It's pretty tall, the box, but it's the outer sleeve you have over the foam here. That's it's pretty standard fare for Department 56 these days. So let's actually get into the box. Here's what it looks like in the box here. Again, I just wanted to show this off, man. The detail on this, I know you guys can't see this yet, but the detail looks spectacular. Let's take it out of the plastic wrapping. Guys, check this out. I cannot help but to have a smile on my face when viewing this. You really need to look at this piece in person to appreciate it. It is heavy duty. You've got like the metal framing here. Of course, the framing looks like some of the other water towers Department 56 has done. Again, I mentioned the pumpkin tower, which I love. It's similar to that. This tree here, since I just pulled it out of the box, actually, it's a tree that you'd open up. I'll show you in pictures here in a minute. I'll have it just kind of sitting on in a little display so you can see what it looks like. But you do have to open that up. You put them back in when you put it back in the box. But wow, this is gorgeous. Let me just rotate it around here. You want to talk about a paint job on this, and this is a spectacular paint job. I don't think it really, the pictures don't really do it justice, and it's a sturdy piece, and you can see it's big. This looks like something you would find at, if you, like an old water tower in an old town or where they had like a Halloween festival or really like a pumpkin patch. I think that's better description. If you had a pumpkin patch or saw one of those pumpkin patches where sometimes they have like old farm stuff around or like an old water tower, I could see them painting one like this. Of course, it's got his neck bolts here, Dr. Frankenstein's monster. Beautiful base on this. That is spectacular. And that, if you can see here, that plant is actually textured. It would look wonderful on a base. Let's show you what it looks like on a base. I'm really looking forward to displaying this really in a variety of places, but I can't wait to put this on a pumpkin patch. I think it's going to look really good too in like a neighborhood scene. It just looks adorable, and I don't think this one, for the price, I think you're getting a ton of bang for the buck. This piece, I cannot imagine it's not going to be very collectible whenever it's retired. So the thing is, I don't know how long it will actually be in production though, because the Department 56, the pumpkin water tower has been in production for a very long time. And they did another one though, a ghost, which I didn't think was as good, really as the pumpkin, or this one. I think this one is spectacular. But that one wasn't in production that long, I don't believe. So this one here, it'll be interesting to see how long they do it for. I would imagine it's going to be very, very popular though, as long as they do produce it. But still, this is an excellent addition to your village. So this is the Department 56 piece. Let's talk Lemax. So Lemax, not to be outdone, has released the Pumpkin Treehouse, another spectacular accessory. And I love this one. I talked about it in the preview video. I was just pumped for this. I mean, come on, how can you not like this? I really, really like the style of pumpkin that Lemax has done ever since they've done the Mad Pumpkin Patch. It seems like a lot of the pumpkin design pieces where this is like the big motif, they've followed this, similar suit in the style of pumpkin, and I absolutely love it. Standard Lemax packaging here. Let's get inside of it. This one's quite a bit smaller when you compare it to that Department 56 building. I'll show you in a minute here, compare them together, but check this out, guys. How cool is this? I love this. I don't know what else to say about it. The spooky treehouse, it's pumpkin themed. This would go with a lot of stuff. Of course, this would look fantastic in a pumpkin patch. It would look great by the Mad Pumpkin patch. The carousel, the pumpkin carousel that Lemax did recently. The tilt and hurl, there's so many things you could do, whether it's an amusement park, pumpkin patch, neighborhood, whatever. This one does light up, by the way. You can see here it's got the on-off switch, the little box back here, the battery box. I can check underneath it. No, okay, it's just, there's no battery box inside, but it actually comes with a plug-in that you plug to the back of this that runs on 3 AA batteries. So here's what it looks like lit up. Quite ominous in my opinion. I love the lighting on this. It's not wild, and it's not necessarily as pronounced as the Hungry Treehouse, which is one of the great Lemax accessories of all time. I'll talk about that one in a moment here, but has vibes of that, the whole Hungry Treehouse thing. And that one is crazy collectible. So this one here, it's very popular this year for obvious reasons. I don't know how long Lemax produced this one, but I guarantee this one is going to be collectible. And you know what's nice? There's nothing to break on this one. There's no motorized parts. This one, like most of their lit pieces, can last for a very, very long time. I think you're going to be seeing these things in displays for a very long time. Here they are together, guys, just to show you, you know, the size here. You can see the Department 56 water tower is bigger, as it should. A water tower, I think, should be bigger, but both of these pretty good size. This one's not small, but just compared to this one is, and I mean, really the size on this one I think is about perfect. This one, given it's a treehouse, I think it does work size-wise because, especially if you're going to put it outside some of the houses that are maybe a little bit smaller, it won't look like a tree house as big as a house. So I dig that one. Here's what they look like both together in the display. Both of these are fantastic. What a year for accessories. This is, you know, I don't really remember when each of the companies has delivered an accessory in a year that, in my opinion, are both going to be all-timers. I think both of these are always going to be collectible because they're so cool, so thematically appropriate. You have the pumpkin treehouse, which is, you know, that spooky treehouse. It looks great. And then the water tower, which is just awesome. I know that, you know, a lot of you folks don't mix and match Department 56 and Lemax. I do. I have no problem with it, but I know a lot of you guys don't. I would recommend if you get one Department 56 piece, though, to put on a display, either this one or, you know, for the longest time, I've always talked about the pumpkin water tower. I think that this or the pumpkin water tower would go great in your display, even if it's Lemax only. They're so, so cool. If you're asking me personally, what would I choose out of either of these? I'm going the Frankie water tower just because I love Frankenstein. I don't think I really talked about that. I love everything Dr. Frankenstein's monster. This is cute, spooky, it's great, but the treehouse is also fantastic, and almost most of the time, I would argue this would be my favorite accessory in any given year. Just so happens this Frankie water tower came out. You know what's nice though? I don't have to choose. I can have both of them, and I would recommend both of them. Now, before we go here, before I was doing this video, I actually took it to my Patreon Facebook group and I said, hey guys, I'm doing this accessory video. We're gonna talk about these. What are some of your favorite accessories of all time? And please post a picture of it with the description, but that picture in your village. And so they did that, they came through, and I wanted to show some of those off right now. Christina M has this picture here, and she says, I'd say one of my all-time faves that I have is this cute little Department 56 graveyard tree. I just love how the pumpkins give off a spooky glow, the tree face is lit, the little tombstones and the moss on the base. It's just such a well-done piece. I would agree, it's a really, really cool piece. Very atmospheric. She also adds that she has a Hungry Treehouse on the way, but doesn't have it yet. Congrats on that. So I will pivot really fast myself to the Hungry Treehouse. The Hungry Treehouse is one of the all-time great accessories in my opinion, and I think a lot of people share that. Very expensive to get. This picture here is from a review I did years ago of it, but I love this piece. I think it's one that everyone should have or at least see once. Landon from the Village Idiots and the Halloween Villages channel, he chimes in, my favorite of all time is the Lemax Restless Tombstones. It's one I remember having when I was a kid, and I think it's a quintessential graveyard accenting piece. And again, this is a picture that he's got from, I believe, a video still. Very, very cool. Another atmospheric piece. Really, I said before, you know, that Christina's was atmospheric. It was more just thematic. This one is atmospheric. All right, Kelly has a few here. Kelly from the Village Idiots. Pumpkin greeting is my absolute favorite accessory. I love, love, love that little ghost. Close second would be the decorating for Halloween. I'd agree, I love decorating for Halloween. Both these pictures are from her villages. She does amazing village work, by the way. Love these pieces. This picture here, this is from Diane W. She says, I can build a whole scene around accessories. The gargoyle fence, skull bridge, and a werewolf crossing sign created a great environment for a monster battle. I love this. It does. It looks like Frankenstein's monster here was trying to crossed this bridge and got attacked by the werewolf. I love what people can do with these things. And yes, it's very true. You can make a full scene out of just accessories. Katie Hockey chimed in here. Hungry Treehouse, the Headless Horseman and Sleepy Hollow Bridge, and the Playful Spirits. Now, she didn't have any pictures here, but I did include the Headless Horseman, a stock photo from Department 56. This is a great one. You will find this one in a bunch of villages. Christopher M., the Pumpkin King, chimes in here with 3 favorites. And again, these pictures are from his displays. He does amazing work. You're going to see, at some point on this channel, I'll do a feature on his stuff because he does awesome work. But he has the Forsaken Cemetery, which is a great graveyard piece. The Skull Gate, which, boy, would that go good with the Skull Quarry that's out this year. That's another one that's it's a classic. And then we have the Pumpkin Patch. And I love this one. Somehow I've never acquired this piece, despite my love of pumpkin patches. And this is a very old piece. It's been around for a very long time. It's Lemax. And we're going to end here with patron Marcy K. One of my all-time favorite accessories is the skeletons telling spooky stories. Yeah, Marcy, I totally agree with that one. In my review of Skeleton House, I talked about that on this channel. It's Department 56. And in my trick-or-treat village from a couple years ago, it was one of the prominent accessories displayed. I absolutely love that one. Hey, thank you guys very much for sharing those pictures and the pieces that you really like. Some really good ones there. So, all right, guys, and that'll do it here. Hey, as I said earlier, it's nice. You can buy both of these if you want. You don't have to choose. If I was going to choose, I would go Frankie, but both of these are stellar pieces, and very happy to have both of my collections. So, all right, guys, hey, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.